Welcome to module number 6. In this particular module, we're going to talk about the pilot application and the Mavic 2 Enterprise. So this is sort of my favorite module because I really like the pilot application, and I love the fact that you get all of the function of a big 210 basically with the pilot application and the flyability of the Mavic 2 Enterprise. So you have to kind of first, before you even think about flying the aircraft, you have to know what normal is. So the screen here that you've seen before earlier in the program, this is basically what normal is. So if you guys remember way back when, the Phantom 4 Pro was one of the first aircrafts to come out with the status bar for the firmware in the top. And when the aircraft gets powered on, it would say checking firmware status, comparing a version with the server. So the pilot application only started doing this on the 210 series probably about 8 months ago, and it is now kind of stayed, and it's been a great addition to the pilot application. So as the aircraft powers up, you'll notice in the bottom of the screen, it'll tell you that whatever aircraft it is, if it was a 210, it would say 210, but in this case, we're talking about the Mavic 2 Enterprise. So you see the Mavic 2 Enterprise there is populated. Whichever accessory is on top, you have the ability for manual flight mode or mission flight mode, which is basically utilizing some automated flight features. And then in the top, right where it says pilot, it says the firmware version, and in this case, that a newer firmware version is available. So real important to pay attention to those things because, again, this is normal. So before we go any further, we want to make sure that this has been populated correctly. So when we enter manual flight mode, you'll also see some other normal things are going to be populated, which I'll talk about in a second. If you did decide to do the update, you're just basically going to follow the prompts that it gives you to do the over-the-air update, like the Phantom 4 or any of the other over-the-air update applications. So just follow the wizard, follow the prompts, and update the aircraft as required.
The clip you just watched is an excerpt from one of our full-length trainings available on the RMUS Crew Education portal. To get full access to this course and many others, follow the link in the description.